Okay, all right, y'all. Let's get to it. So let's watch this video. All right, so I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't know none of these folks. None of them. All I saw was this man foaming out the mouth on TikTok. He looked like he was a rabbit, like he was about to go off on black women. And I felt like this was going to be a perfect case study. So now that we've heard Korean men and their ideal partners, let's see what we can find out about these men from the UK. And yes, they're all black men. So now we have a contrast here, but we're going to see if we can spot some patterns of similarities in the mindset. So again, this is why I said it's very important to judge a person by their character. We're going to listen to what they say and see if it matches and aligns with what Jedi has said about Korean women. All right, let's play it, y'all. We're going to get into it.
I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which place?
Red flag already off rip. This man, this is the clip I saw on TikTok and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. Let's watch this. Why is he so angry? What did black women do to him? All right, let's get into it.
You get put in your place, you think you've got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your
They
place.
cheated on you multiple
Black women-
times.
Yeah, I know. You don't
Nobody.
like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
Apologies where? Go, where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's
Y'all, this is starting off all types of wrong. I have a feeling my throat's gonna be hoarse. Where's your hair? This is what they think can insult black women, y'all. Where's your hair? He thinks this is insulting. But then what do you expect? Like right out the gate, y'all. Right out the gate.
your hair?
Okay, let's get into it. This was a highlight. Okay, let's go through the names. Hold up. Y'all know I like to do this. Okay. What's Bamboo? Is that what I saw? What are these nicknames? Hold up. Let's go back. Okay, let's not go back too much. Okay, D, Gabs, J, Cardo, King Riches, Lord, Lois, Majesty the Highness. Okay, they all got nicknames. Whoa, there's a lot of people on this. Whoa. How many? Whoa. Way too many people. Hold up. What's going on? Okay, Black Chat London. So is there another Black Chat somewhere else? Y'all UK, my UK family, y'all let me know. BK Chat London? So I'm assuming there are different sects in different cities. Y'all let me know. But again, I've never watched these folks. I just watched a clip.
So as an adult in your life, did you date black or white women? Because obviously if you're in an area, an environment that's predominantly white people.
Yeah, it's mainly been white. I've never dated a black girl.
What?
Or even kissed a black girl.
Never even kissed?
I would like to. In Scotland, if there is a black girl there, most of my boys are white in it, so when we're out, the black girl will automatically go for my boy.
Yeah.
And the white girl will go for me.
Joe. Oh, yeah, it's me. The ginger one. That ginger boy you see on the pen game stage, dashing people off the stage. I'm here as a special guest of Back Chat, you know. Now, I don't know what you're expecting, but I'm ready to see one wig go over there and a man's slider go over there because I've been watching episodes. And I'm not gonna lie. Nobody's talking with their chest. I don't feel like anybody's really talking their chest. I feel like they're talking with nipples and everything.
Why is this man wearing sunglasses indoors as if he's somebody famous? Red flag, sir. Take them glasses off. Who are you? You see, I already didn't like him from the first clip, but why is he wearing sunglasses indoors as if he's somebody important? Who are you, sir? Reveal yourself.
So here's what we're gonna do. They got the boy himself, the man himself, me, to come to Back Chat. So I can't wait to get this.
Okay, who are you? Hold up. He acting like people supposed to know who he is. Ginger J. Who is this man? Ginger J has an Instagram. Does he even have a Wikipedia? What he got going on? No, they just know him from social media. Lord. Who is this? Okay, this is Instagram, y'all. Hold up. I hope I don't have to sign in. Okay, I don't have to. Sorry, I don't know what's in my throat right now. He is an entertainer. Interesting. This is this man, y'all. Okay. All right, I don't know. We supposed to know who he is. Why is he acting like he's famous? Oh, they asked Ginger Day. Okay, I don't know who you are. Maybe in the UK you're famous. I don't know who you are in North America. I have no idea.
All right, man, let's see what they got for me, man. Let's go. Let's get
Do y'all know who he is? Please let me know.
back in. Let's get Ginger.
Interesting.
Is consistently preferring to date outside of your own race a genuine preference or a subtle form of self-hate?
Riches, can you answer that? Riches.
Why are you coming for me,
I'm
though?
just asking you to answer it. I just want,
But no. What are you trying to
Just
say?
wanna hear
What are you
your
trying to say?
perspective, bro.
What are you trying to say?
bro. I just want to hear your perspective, bro.
It's one of those days.
I want to hear from Riches, innit? You know, because he's prolific with the Afro-Caribbean ladies. My God.
I don't know what he's trying to allude to. All right, but I've done it all, innit? I've had different women from different backgrounds and different colours. So I don't know what he's trying to say.
Have you been in a relationship
Yeah, of
with
course.
a black woman?
What do you mean?
Wait, fully black women, have you?
Yes, fully.
Relationship.
No white people involved.
Wait, relationship, not...
Yes.
Okay,
You have
just
a
checking.
preference. Like more than one.
Do you have a
like,
preference?
I have a preference for good-looking women, blood.
Okay, so no
That's
matter
it.
what.
So no matter what,
Do you
like,
have a racial
no,
preference?
whatever comes in it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? No, what my preference is whoever likes me.
Right.
That's my preference. I'm not gonna chase a girl that's telling me, oh no, I'm not.
Red flag. So you don't like to chase? Oh, you want a woman to chase you. Doesn't this sound like somebody else that we just covered? Y'all let me know. Does he sound like the Jedi guy? I don't chase women. I let them chase me. I'm interested in who's interested in me. Same rhetoric. Just a different way of saying it. They said the same exact thing, y'all. Pattern. Continuing. So he doesn't like to chase a woman. He likes to be chased. That's what he said. That's what he's saying.
On it or one word answers and all of that. Nah, man.
Oh,
the
so
thing
you
is,
avoid being
you don't care
rejected.
what race they are, what background they
blood,
are.
how many different ways are you not gonna ask me the same question, blood? Like, there's no preference.
They don't
I just want the
believe
good looking, innit? Like, you lot can believe what you want. Gabs, why do you always try and put it on me? I like all the flavors, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna limit myself to one flavor, bro. One life, brother. One life, yeah?
Do you feel like you more commonly attract a certain race?
White
Nah,
women.
not
You
really.
can say white women.
Nah,
you can say
no.
white women.
Nah, yeah, just say what you're saying, innit? No.
Don't worry,
No.
you're not going to get fired.
I think I attract
School.
All sorts.
It's cool.
all sorts.
But you don't have a preference at all.
At all.
Oh my fucking days.
No, do you know why? Sorry. Do you know why I asked this? Because when I'm dating, I don't like dealing with a guy that doesn't have a preference because I like to know that you find me attractive. If it's just anything.
Red flag. Okay, so this doesn't make sense, sis. It doesn't make sense. But then again, I'm not from the UK, so I don't know what the dating landscape is like. However, so if a man's preference, okay, she's basically saying that she wants to make sure her man only prefers to date black women. So she's a black love warrior. I can already tell. Black love. I can see it all over her because there's no other race of men who's going to exclusively date black women. So she's already setting up the stage to say, I only date black men. And when I date black men, I make sure that they predominantly prefer to date me as well. But sis, even if he's only dated black women, that doesn't mean that he actually wants to be with black women. That's something that, this is what I have to say, especially for my women out there who want to date a black man. Again, like I said, if you want to, that's up to you. You're going to decide what works for you. But what I will say is this, that just because he's only dated black women doesn't mean that he doesn't have a preference. He just hasn't found it yet. If he has that kind of guy's mindset, I get whatever comes to me. What if he only has black women that chase him? See, you got to stay out of that mindset because there are a lot of black men who've only dated black women, and lo and behold, all of a sudden they get with a white girl once they get the access to, or another woman of another race. It's all about opportunity. That's it. That's all. So don't be fooled. Just because he's only dated black women and says he has a preference for black women, that doesn't necessarily mean that he will only date you. That's a small percentage of men. Some men, they'll only date the one race of woman, but other men, they don't have that mindset. Like I said with Dom, I'm the first black woman he's ever dated, ever. I'm the first black woman. All his other exes were Asian. Korean more specifically, and one who was she was Australian, but she was from Asian descent. So by that mindset, if somebody had asked him in the past, do you prefer Asian women, he would have said, yeah, I do prefer Asian women. But then how'd he end up with me? Hello opportunity. Because when he got back to Korea, there were more foreign women there. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm seeing she kind of cute. Okay, let me holler at her, see if she's open to it. That's it. That's all. Don't think that just because you think it goes with that mindset. You think it's fixed. It's not fixed. Trust and believe me, that don't mean nothing. You should care more about how he treats black women and the black women in his life. That should be more of equal importance rather than if he prefers to date them or not.
I find you attractive.
Yeah, I know, but if your preference is just anything, then everyone's my competition. I don't have time for that.
Everyone's a
Give me a specific group of women.
All that here.
No, but give me
everyone's my competition, blood.
Well, I'm saying,
think that blood. Yeah, as a guy,
yeah.
You know, there's guys that are taller, better looking, more money, bigger willy, smaller willy. Look,
but
blood,
sis, you see that's low self-esteem right there, sis. I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't feel like you can't be in competition with other women. What's wrong with you? You're beautiful. If anything, she'll probably surpass all other women just based on her beauty, but she doesn't believe it. And unfortunately, it's because she only dates, like I said, she only dates one demographic of men. She hasn't opened up her options yet. And so that's that limited scarcity mindset. Again, only focus on one race. That's it. That's all.
There's competition out there, blood.
You always bring up Willie, I'm just saying.
No, because it's a real thing. Sex is real. Some women have got tight box, some women got bucket. There you go.
My God.
What do you mean?
You always do this.
Why do you know that some girls have tight box and some girls have bucket box? What you been doing? You've been around. That's the only way you would know that. So how would you know that?
Asking me, innit? You know what's going to come if you ask me questions.
Fair enough. Okay, so the reason why I'm asking about the preference thing. Okay, go on.
So
go on.
I'm just asking. If only white women was attracted to you, would you just go for the white woman then?
I'll go for what comes to me, innit?
So if it was only white women...
If only white women came to me and I was trying to move to black women and they were saying no, then I would go with what's coming to me, innit? That would make...
You wouldn't try harder to
So you
find a
wouldn't
black
try
woman?
and like differentiate your market? Like,
Why am I trying to go for people that don't want me if that's the situation? That doesn't make sense.
Don't you go for
that's like knocking my head against the wall and expecting something different to come. Like, it's not coming, bro. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, but don't you apply
yeah, I know it makes sense. I know.
No, it doesn't. Because don't you apply for jobs if you've got to prove yourself a little bit? Because if you just go for but as in if you just go for women that are just choosing you, then it sounds a little bit like you're a little bit insecure.
Yeah.
And you don't want to deal with rejection.
That's insecure because you're dealing with women that like you. How?
I mean,
because you're the
insecure?
hunter. You're the hunter. So in my mind, I'm like, if you're just you want women to chase you basically. So if it's just white women, then you stick with them. And
That's his scenario. That's his scenario.
No,
I never said just stick with white women. I said I'll go with the women that want me.
yeah, and
That's
if
what
it's
I'm
just
saying.
white women, then
But
you wouldn't
because of that,
differentiate.
it means you don't have a preference, which is a bit dry. King, there must be some level of insecurity there because you're the hunter. You're the one that's supposed to search for the prey. So at the moment, all I'm hearing is, I'm the prize, you chase me.
Sis, y'all both insecure. He's insecure because he only lets women chase him, and you're insecure because you don't like competition. Red flag, both of y'all. What is going on in the UK? What are y'all drinking? What's going on in the water? This is not good. How many minutes? 6 minutes, 22 seconds. What is happening? What am I hearing? Is this what it's like in the UK? Y'all let me know.
And if you chase me, then I'll take you. Boring. What do you want? What's your preference? Say it. Don't be scared. Come on. You just take whatever the Lord gives you.
No. They have to all be good looking. They all have to be good looking. They all have to be good looking, so it don't matter.
I think we need to hear the question again.
Yeah. Everyone's coming for me. I don't know why, but
It was Gabs.
Yeah, I do like white girls.
Is
Weird shit,
consistently preferring to date outside of your own race a genuine preference or a subtle form of self-hate?
Self-hate.
I think it's preference.
Every black guy.
I told y'all she black love. Yo, she a warrior, y'all. Her cape is strong. Wrapped right around her neck, y'all. She about to fly. She about to go. And I think she like that one right there. The one who's talking. I think she thinks he's fine. And she like, yo, you have a preference. What you mean you don't have a preference? Sis is black loved out. But this is why I always, people come for me. They're like, oh, you don't like black love. No, it's not that I don't like black love, but this is the reason why I can't take it seriously. She's all black love all day, all night, and then look at them. Oh, anybody who comes to me, I'm a racial diversity. I'm a DEI type of dater. I date everybody. That's what she talking about. I'm an equal. He said he's equal opportunity. All the men on this panel equal opportunity. So where is she gonna find her husband, y'all? Where? Look at the options right in front of your face. They represent the black men in the UK. This right here. They represent them. Those are the representatives. Just like Jed was the representative of Korean men. As much as he didn't want to be, he is. When you're coming on the platform talking like this. So if 1, 2, how many men were on the panel? 5, 6? If all of them say that they date women outside of their race, then what's the ratio? What is the ratio? I know I'm not a mathematician, but I know that damn well it's not, the options are slim. And again, I'm not trying to scare or fearmonger. I'm just using logic. Logically, it doesn't make sense. You're celebrating men who don't even celebrate you. He's the first one. Let's wait in here. Let me wait in here to hear the rest of them. But you see, while you stuck being a black love warrior, look at your black men right here. Look at them.
Dates a girl that's not black, that's self-hate in your book.
Absolutely.
Subtly.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That is
It's either this. It's either this that you've been socialized, as in like you've grown up. For example, in the video, the man has grown up around mainly white women. Fair enough, that's fine. Yeah, there were not really black people. You get people like that in Essex or whatever. Like it grew up in areas, but like there's a level where it's like you want to find yourself. Like you came out of a woman who looks like you. Why don't you find that attractive? Like that's a bit weird. If you constantly date outside of your race, white men for me are an option, but my preference are black men. Do you get what I'm saying? I
Told you she black love. I told you she only with white men because black men are not giving her what she wants. That's it. That's all. Continue, cause sis, she talking about white men now. Let's see what she got to say.
Oh, but would you date a white man?
I would. I haven't.
That's interesting, Lois. Very interesting.
She won't. Look at her. She already like, I don't know if I could date a whitey. Whitey won't do it for me, sis. You worried about the wrong things. That's all I'm going to say. And maybe, you know what? I don't know. Maybe the men in the UK, the white men, I don't know. I don't know how they behave in the UK, but again, there are white men all over the world. There are different types of races of men all over the world. So it really depends, sis. You haven't brought in your horizon. So that's why you're going to stay stuck and loyal to these men who don't even give a damn about you. This man talking about preferences right out the gate. Red flag. Let's continue.
I would say is this. Growing up, it was the opposite around. If a light-skinned guy took preference, he was always going to get it first. I find it quite interesting. So what I will say is, I think a lot of particularly black women, dark-skinned women, they have an issue when the opposite way around, but when it comes down to white zaddy, they take white zaddy every single time.
Me, personally, you can't do it. I can't put a white kyak in my mouth, let alone anywhere near my vagina. Personally, I'm all for the black king. If it's a black king or staying single, it's not hard to be single. All hail the black kings.
They take white zaddy every single time.
Okay, let's talk about white zaddy. Hold up. Any of y'all married to a white man, please let me know. Let's talk about white zaddy. What they're saying is basically that, you see, this is again, when you're just looking at race, you're not looking at the character. So he's just thinking, oh, you're just picking him because he's white. No. You're probably picking him because he's a better option than your ass. What can you provide to that woman? So now he mad, or you see that whole she's gonna choose white zaddy over me. Why would she do that? What did her, again, you can't just choose and generalize all black women. that black woman that chose the white man, ask her why did she choose him, and she'll tell you why. And I can guarantee you it has nothing to do with him sexually. I can guarantee that. Next.
Me, personally, you can't do it. I can't put a white yak in my mouth, let alone anywhere near my vagina.
Okay, sis, we're going to find out how that has been working for you.
Personally, I'm all for the black king. Because a black king or staying single. It's not hard to be single. All hail the black kings. Dark skin. Dark skin black king.
Would that be selfish?
So automatically, this light-skinned brother and gingerhead and the others, they're eliminated. So, okay, we gonna see. She has when I tell y'all her options are limited, she said he gotta be dark-skinned. He can't just be black. He gotta be dark. Black man. So her options are already small. Especially in the UK. It's not like you live in another country where it's majority black. If she was living in another country such as like, let me get Ghana or something like that, then I wouldn't understand. I'd be like, okay, sis, you got a lot of options there. She talking about in the UK, sis. You setting yourself up for failure right here. You already setting yourself up for failure. Especially if you're interested in dating.
Would that be selfish?
Yeah.
It's an option. She said it's an option. Not
It's an option when you do it. But when a guy does it, it's okay.
No, when you do it, it's different.
Because my preference is black men. But if I had a white man approach me that makes sense, then yeah, I'm not going to say, no, I just want a black man. But
You're a
like,
hypocrite.
no. Is the
what
question
you
was,
are.
if you perpetually date outside of your race, is that form of self-hate?
But what
And
makes
I
it
think
self-hate?
that
What makes
is-
it self-hate?
if
Why?
it's- If that's your only preference.
Okay,
That's
but
what
why?
I'm
Why?
asking.
Can we dig into it though? Why?
Because why don't you like where you
No,
came
but you
from?
answered it with a question. Why is it self-hate?
Because you don't like where you came from. You don't like the people that look like you. You don't like the people that look like your sisters. You don't like the people that look like your mum. That's a bit weird to me. For me, it tells me that you want your bloodline to look different from where you came from. You understand? But in a few generations, the room of people that will be your family will not look like anything that you came from.
That's actually false. Red flag, that's false. That's not true. Because it can flip right back. You don't know, sis. And that's what I was talking about in the Tia and Tamara case study. Let's look at it. Tia and Tamara's mom and dad, Darlene and Timothy, they had Tia, Tamara, Taj, Tavior, 4 children. Tia was married to a black man. Tamara is married to a white man. Taj is not married, and Tavior is married to a black woman. Y'all let me know whose generation is going to get wiped out. Let me know in the chat. Science, my scientists. You cannot say that, ma'am. That rhetoric is stupid. It doesn't make sense. One, you don't know how many children you're going to have. You don't even know if you can have children. You're just basing it off of maybes. But it hasn't happened. And not only that, but even if you have a black child, that doesn't mean that they are going to marry a black woman. Especially if you live in the UK, this argument could work if you lived in some other country that's predominantly black, but not in a country as diverse as the UK. This is why this argument doesn't make sense for us in the diaspora. We look crazy. You can't live amongst white people and then expect your child not to interact with them. It wouldn't make sense. You can't live amongst different races of people and expect your child not to live amongst them. It doesn't. You can try to tell them, oh, only date white, only date this, only date that. But are they going to listen to you? Probably not. They have every opportunity. As soon as they turn 18 years old, they can be with whoever the hell they want to be with. You can't control that. You can only control if you marry a black man, but not your kids. Red flag. Stop trying to control your kids. Stop it. Stop. Goodness. All right, let's continue.
The mixed
And that's
race people
scares me.
feel about this.
Now, I know what I said would sound very mad if it came out of a white person's mouth. I
Yeah.
want to keep my successors white for as long as possible. But it's the truth. I do want my children's
So
children.
then I don't want to hear nothing about racism when a white man says he wants to keep his bloodline white. You, ma'am, you have the same mindset. You can't say nothing. You better keep it on mute and keep it quiet. when they want to make laws that only benefit their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren, you can't say nothing. You better keep it quiet. Because that's what you sound like. Exactly like them. But you even recognize that, oh yeah, if it came from a white person, but you got to understand for black people it's different. It's not different. It's a different type, yes. Because we don't have the power, I'll be honest. Not in the countries that we live in, if you're in the diaspora. But what I'm trying to say is that it sounds foolish. Even you realized it, but you again, you have this mindset, this black love blindness, the rider blindness. You want to be a rider so bad that you're willing not to make sense and look foolish like this, unfortunately.
Be black. I love being black. I love being a black woman. I love being African. And yeah, I don't want it to change.
Me personally,
and that's okay.
I don't think Lois's statement applies to me because I'm already black. My mum already broke that by having black children. So moving forward, it's going to stay black.
Hold up. Ma'am, you are biracial or you got some type of mixture. Your mom but not your dad. Red flag. Where's your daddy at? You are biracial. This is why the one drop rule doesn't make sense. Sis is sitting here erasing her whole white history. Ma'am, you have white DNA. I could see it in you. You have blonde hair that matches your skin tone. It blends perfectly. You look like Lotto. You're biracial. But you said your mama broke the curse of the whiteness. So then after that, it's all going to be black. But ma'am, if you have a black child with a black man, that doesn't mean that your child is going to want to marry or date a black person if you live in the UK. Where y'all going to live at? Like I said, it would make sense if you were in a country like Ghana, Nigeria, Haiti, Jamaica. Yeah, it would make more sense. You're in a majority white country, ma'am, that is extremely diverse. Unless your daughter looks like you, because you're the preference, then she gonna... Yeah. Just because you keep your kids around black people does not mean they're going to marry black. Surprise, surprise. I grew up in black neighborhoods, just letting y'all know. Yeah, it was diverse at school, but my neighborhoods were predominantly black when I grew up in the States. I grew up around all black people, but guess what? When I grew older, I was exposed to more. And now, I'm literally married to a man from a whole other country. Whole nother race. Who would have thought? Again, you can't predict. You want your kids to stay in the fishbowl. I think somebody had mentioned it in the chat. The fishbowl of the UK. What if your child decides they want to go to America? Or they want to travel and study in Canada? Or what if they want to go to Korea? They want to go to Japan. The world is theirs. What if they want to go to Latin America and they find them a Hispanic man? We don't know. But you sitting here trying to act like, oh, my mama broke the bloodline. And so now everybody going to be black afterwards. Says who? Oh, according to you, because you can see your future, Miss Cleo. Here we go. We got a shaman right here.
I have black children. So moving forward, it's going to stay black. The family I've built is black. The family my mum built is black. We grew up in a black culture. That's all I know.
I grew up thinking genuinely that black women had had an attitude, didn't like me, had a chip on their shoulder. I grew up with that mindset when I didn't have any.
Did these people go to school? I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound condescending, but it sounds like the education level is not up to par. UK, what is going on with your literacy rate? It just doesn't make sense. This is nonsense. What is happening? And I'm not, again, I'm just talking about these folks. Like, where are they from? What city in the UK? We need to figure this out. What is going on? Are they just an anomaly? I can't imagine that this is really what people think. It just doesn't logic. The family that I built is black, and they're in a black neighborhood, so therefore they will never encounter a white person. Says who?
right? It was only
Hearing
because
from?
just generally. I'm not from my household personally, but just generally.
Okay.
So
you mean
the
there's
white people around
socialization around you that black women are a certain way?
So it was only when.
Answer the question.
So it
You
was only
answer
when.
it.
No.
You're trying to
So I'm
give me
gonna
the
tell you.
answer.
I'm gonna tell
Trying
you.
it.
It was only when I grew up and I started to deal with black women, I realized first of all that they liked me because I didn't think that they did when I was younger, and then I realized that black women, for me as a mixed race person, they show me a side to myself that.
Okay, so his mama was white. We already know. Next! So that's why he wasn't exposed to black women. His mom is white. She is going to be around white women and whiteness. He probably grew up even though he grew up in a diverse neighborhood, his house, probably everything is white. So that's why he wasn't exposed to black women. And we don't know if his mom was the type of preference who thought she was better than black. We don't know. So obviously this came from somewhere.
I didn't grow up with. They know how to take care of my hair. They know the
Labor. You see, and look at her shaking her titties. Oh, she ready for a black man. Lord, this is, you know what? I'm done, y'all. This is done. Well, how long is this? Oh, dang, 1 hour. We only 10 minutes. Okay, let me breeze through this, y'all. Look at her shaking her titties. Oh, you know how to labor for me, braid my hair. Yeah, that's what I knew you guys were good for, laboring for my ass. Look at, oh, he got his cornrows done. That's what that is. Oh, look, she attracted. Look at that.
Oh, to feed me properly. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The use of the word properly,
It don't
be
sound
careful.
like, it don't sound like you wanted the girl. Sounds like you wanted a mum, bro.
Channel, be real, my bro.
Wait, are these women? Oh, you know what I realized? Oh, it dawned on me. Oh, I get it, y'all. They're from the Caribbean and from the continent. That's why. It makes sense. Okay, I got it now, y'all. Okay, it's making sense, y'all. It's making sense. It's making a whole lot of sense. Oh, it's making a whole lot of sense, y'all. This sounds like my family. Literally, family. Women in my family talk like this. Like, seriously, I'm not joking, y'all. This makes a whole lot of sense now.
I'm not looking for a mum. I've got a mum, a perfect mum. Within my partner, I would like them same motherly attributes. So that comment doesn't faze me.
I can't relate. I'm mixed race as well, but I didn't grow up around white people. So I grew up around black people.
The ends.
Yeah, but even in the household, my mum's white. That's the only white person, really.
Is your mum white?
Yeah.
Of course she is.
Yeah, but my dad's black. My surrounding, where I grew up in an estate, all black people. There was white people there, but yeah.
Was
So
it,
I grew up.
I think, was it your mum that brought you into that culture, or was it
My
you
mum
around?
my mum was raised by Jamaicans. So when she got to
Do
a
you see
certain
yourself
age,
as a black woman?
yeah, I am black. So I'm mixed.
Ladies.
I'm mixed, but I
Do
am
you see
black.
her as a black woman?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
What,
wait.
see, as mixed race, but black.
I'm mixed.
I'm sorry. I know people can identify how they want to identify, but honestly, like, she looks biracial to me. And I don't understand what the problem is by identifying yourself as mixed race. Like, it's okay. Just say I'm white and black, but I mixed race. Like, I hope she said that. I'm biracial, I'm mixed race. However, I am closer to my black side. But you're not black, ma'am. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. You're not. You're not. And this is why we have a lot of problem with we have problems, especially in media and in social in the social aspect, is because she will put black on the application. There's no category for people that look like me. But then for that guy, he has to put himself, if he puts himself as a black man, that's not going to work. They're going to make him put himself as biracial. But for black women, it's like, she is considered black. That woman looks very extremely biracial. She looks biracial. But then again, you know what? This is a tricky subject. So I would like to hear your opinions on this, because there are some mixed race people who present as black. It's a slippery slope, y'all. But again, it's like, it's really tough, especially when you're dealing with race mixing and mixed race children. It's very, very, very difficult. So that's why I said it's an open conversation. It's nuanced.
Wait,
Yeah, go on.
Wait. Do you see? She said, I asked her a
We didn't
question.
let her finish now.
No, but just quickly. I asked her, she said, yes, I see myself as a black woman because I wanted to know, because she's mixed race. I asked, do you ladies see her? And you said yes, and you said no. Why?
Because she's not black, she's mixed
Thank you.
with black. So, Shireen, darling, I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. You're not black, yeah? your privilege, your white blood that runs through you plays a part in the way you were seen in society versus me. Fair enough, you might not get the same treatment as a white person, but you definitely do not get treated the same way I do.
But she's right. Absolutely, I agree with her on that.
Black woman. Your white privilege does play a part.
Absolutely.
Whether that is in your surname, when you're able to apply for jobs and they let you straight in because your name's Green and my name's Manyasi, they'll just put mine in the bin. Your white privilege plays a part.
Sis, hold up. So this is where a little conversation has to happen. I'm really glad I'm covering this video, actually. I was a little hesitant because I'm like, ooh, this might be a crazy one. But actually, I think there's so many conversations we can have based off of this video. So she said this woman's last name will afford her the privilege and that she will be able to get jobs. Like her resume won't be thrown in the bin, which has been shown. Research has shown that people with like different or ethnic sounding last names do have a harder time getting past the screening, right? Because of biases. However, sis, you're missing an important part of the conversation. There are some of us who also have white last names who are not biracial. Hello. I can't say my last name because I don't want people looking me up on the internet. But my last name, best believe, it doesn't sound anything like hers. Especially in Haiti, a lot of people have French last names. I don't have a French last name, by the way, y'all. My last name is more Persian. I think that because my great-great-grandfather, we did have a French last name. Like, y'all know the brand Yves Saint Laurent? So my last name was Laurent, like Yves Saint Laurent. So that was our original last name. And then my great-great-grandfather he switched his first name to his last name. So now my last name is more Persian, right? But I don't have the sounding last name that you talking about, ma'am. And a lot of like people in the diaspora, especially my African Americans, my Jamaicans, my Trinidadians, Haitians, we all have our, unfortunately, masters' last names. It's what it is, right? So it's not just one thing I will have to debunk is that, sis. It's not just her. But I get what you're saying though. But I'm just making it very clear that a lot of us have white passing or sounding last names and we don't look like her. Just putting that out there.
She's white. I hear it, but it's not about what people look at. It's about the facts. And but race and colour is white. Yeah, but that's my race. Yeah, that's not my colour. So I'm black. You're not black. I'm a black girl. I'm a black girl, but I'm mixed race.
Yeah.
So when you understand it, you would go to watch Bob Marley and you'd be like, he's black. Where he's mixed. But I never want to claim like can I say something? One minute, Gab.
She's white, but she's also mixed. Like, it's the same thing. You're black, but I'm mixed.
What I'm saying is, if I was in a room right now with black people and white people, the white people wouldn't claim me as white.
They wouldn't, but
would claim me as
no. But you see, sis, that's where your argument goes wrong. The white people wouldn't claim you as white, but the black people shouldn't claim you as black either. But sis, what you're not understanding is that when you go in a room, you do not fit into the black category either. You don't blend in. That's what this sister is trying to tell you gently, but you're not hearing it because you're offended. You're offended, and I understand you take pride in your race. I love it for you. But we have to be honest in these conversations. You do not pass. Like if we put you against me, and they're gonna ask you who's the black one, they're gonna point at my ass. That's the black girl right there. That her right there. She black. They're not gonna look at you. They're gonna probably say, oh, she look like she mixed with a little something. That's black people. White people don't give a damn. They don't know what the hell you mix with. Oh, is she Persian? I don't know. Are you Costa Rican? They're not gonna know nothing. But if they put us in a room together, especially you're in a room with a whole bunch of black women, you don't even match. You don't match, and unfortunately, you just gotta own it. But again, mixed race people, man, they go through a lot, man. I can't even say anything. I can't even fault her. They go through a lot of identity problems. I'm telling y'all, not all, but a lot of them. She seems like she's highly offended that they're not calling her black. That's an issue, y'all.
Black.
Not all of them.
And when you have someone in power that's mixed, everyone's quick to say, black, first black president.
She's right.
First black this.
She's right.
They're mixed. So,
but you know who everyone is your other side. Because they don't want to claim y'all. You tainted their bloodline. That's what they see it as. They sound just like the Black Love Warrior, Miss India Irie Shea Butter over there. That's what they sound like. They want all of their lineage to be white. So they see that as like a defect. Oh, that's defective. We're going to throw it to the side. And maybe somebody will pick it up. We're going to mark it. I'm being honest, y'all. I'm sorry. That's the mind of a racist. They see you as a defective. That's what they're thinking. You're not part of our bloodline. So what they're doing is differentiating because you will never take the place of a white woman. That's what they're saying. They're letting you know that white woman here, that's a white woman. You are biracial. You are mixed with black, so you don't belong in this whiteness category. You are not a white woman. Let's push you to the side. He's actually right. This young brother's right. It is the father's responsibility, but they just, I just want a white woman. Just, that's all they worried about. And then you're putting the responsibility on this white woman. Yeah, she can want to learn. I'm not saying that she shouldn't, but it's not her responsibility. And that's the sad part. But he wasn't thinking about none of that when he procreated with her. She put him in a whole white neighborhood, had kids not even looking like him. She just saw you as a white boy because she's a white mom. No type of wanting to get to know the culture of your father. Was your father in your life? That's what I need to hear from this young man. And he's another one too. He could pass as light-skinned black, to be quite honest with you. So that's why I said this is a nuanced conversation.
Well, the man leads. So if you have a baby with a woman...
Is your dad there?
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, if you have a baby with a woman...
This is why we're taking it down a different...
It's your responsibility to teach her the
what you're saying, but you're taking
But his dad
it down a different avenue.
also come from a white area. He might be the only black.
No,
person
so
in
my
that
dad,
area.
I will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Well, comment like everybody knows my story. If you let me talk, I'll tell you. I've never ever come on here and ever disrespect my mom in any type of way because she was there and she brought me up and she looked after me best way that she knew how to. Could she, looking back on reflection, I've learned how to do certain...
So wait, his mom was a single mother? His black father left his mama. That's what I'm hearing right here. But maybe I'm wrong.
Things or learned certain things about my background that she could have taught me. Of course she could have done. But my dad is the one really who should have been teaching me. He hasn't been there, I'll tell you. And this is...
You see? There you go. The preference to baby mama pipeline. Hello! This is what's going on, y'all. And this is why they're having identity issues. The other lady, her daddy left. Allegedly, I haven't heard about her daddy at all. She keeps talking about her Jamaican mama. Her white mama brought up by Jamaicans, sorry. And then this one is talking about his white mother, but his black father was not even there. So how are they supposed to learn about their blackness, guys? Okay, think about it this way. Her white mom is learning about blackness from her Jamaican adoptive parents. So that's why this woman could stand up here and say, oh, she's black. Because her mama was raised by black people, so therefore she's black. And then this one right here was raised in an all-white neighborhood. She went black and went right back to white. That's what happened. And you want her to be responsible to teach him about being black when this woman has no idea what being black is? She knows what black peen is, what black dingaling is, but she doesn't know the culture like that. And so now I'm not saying no hate to them. That's not their fault. That's their parents failed them culturally. But unfortunately, our community has to take the after effects of this because who's going to take these kids in?
This is one thing that I'm happy to say.
Well, they're not kids anymore, but you know what I mean.
This is one thing that I'm happy to say. My dad, I never seen him from when I was 3, right? Next time I seen him was when I was 20, and I went to see my younger brother.
China.
So hold up, you haven't seen your dad since you were 3 years old. Where was this man? Being a deadbeat and procreating with another woman. I bet you she's white too. My goodness.
The next time that I've seen him after 3 years old was when I drove to his house to see my younger brother because it was...
Red flag! Your dad couldn't even be bothered to go visit you. He's a dead... He wanted to go see his younger brother. That's why he did all that. Your dad is a loser. Loser. What nationality is his daddy? I know he black, but we need to know what culture he comes from. We need to know. Yeah, what nationality? Where he from? I hope you tell us this.
It was his birthday, so I went to see him. I didn't feel any type of way. My dad's African. He's from Guinea.
What y'all gonna tell me about Guinea? His daddy's African. Abandoned his kid. Abandoned his kid, y'all. Because I don't think he see. This is a thing I'm realizing with a lot of men who go for these superficial relationships with white women, and it's not all, because some black men are actually in really good marriages with white women. But I'm talking about the superficial ones. What I've noticed with the superficial ones, the ones who just want to the preferences, they only choose the preferences because of the skin color and whatnot, the fetish and all that. When they have a child, they don't see that child as an extension of them. That's why it's so easy for them to abandon their child. But then I can't even say that, because hell, look at Future. He got black kids and he's still abandoning them. So it's just a mindset. I don't understand what it is. This is something that we need to talk about, because they're doing it not only to black women, but now to all the other types of women. All the other races of women. This is a problem, y'all.
I will say the
Audience is looking like me. We like, what is going on
black
here?
Men. I've dated a lot of black men that have let me down, but I'm still going to try with a black man. But
Why would you do that? That's the sunken cost fallacy, sis. You're wasting your time.
Because I want my children and my lineage to be as black for as long as possible.
I understand.
And it's going to be one generation living in the UK. Next! This is craziness.
And I've already answered the men who have asked me.
Sis, if you really think that you're going to procreate and have black children in the UK and they're going to marry black with the rate and rampant rate that these men are getting with preferences and women of other races, you are going to have a rude awakening. You know what you need to do, sis? Take your children and your husband. You know what you need to do? You need to go to a predominantly black country. You'd be better suited to live in a predominantly black country, and then you could talk like this. Sis, you live in the UK. This doesn't make sense logically.
Okay, so you have certain people that date outside of the race, men or women, whatever, and they'll be derogatory about their own race. They'll talk down, maybe socially, they will diss them, like all these manner of things, yeah, they won't think well about them. Cool. I think that is a version of self-hate. Then there's the other one where I would say where he experienced, where he dated multiple black women and he dated them, and then now he's dating something different. Now,
White women too.
Whatever, but he's dated multiple, right? Just like when you said you'll be open to it, but it's not your preference. You would date a white man, yeah? But at that moment, if you did decide to, someone could look at you and say it's self-hate. You would know it's not self-hate. I would know it's not self-hate. But someone could say, oh, she's self-hatred, right? I think when it comes to mixed race people, what you will find is some people will treat them as black and other people won't, yeah? Depending on how they've been raised, they've been told whatever they are, depending on the culture, right? I think with mixed race men, with black women, they tend to look at them as black and want them to behave as black men. When you look at, for example, professional football stars, what have you not, the mixed race guys, if the ones that date the white women, they will always treat them like black men. They said all these footballers are always dating outside of the race. But if you think about it, he is half white, half black, right? So technically, he can go both ways, right?
Yeah.
So why would you even say that he can?
He's right.
When you see a black man, right?
Oh my goodness, some sense in the conversation. You know, they should have switched the lineup. These two at the end should have been at the beginning. And then those two fools should have been at the end. We hear them last and tune them out. Because now I done wasted 34 minutes and they was getting my blood pressure high.
He's black passing, so you see him as a black man. I think when it comes down to mixed race women, it comes to be slightly different with black women. They treat them and they look at them slightly different. So that's kind of how I look at it. So, you know, we can look at stars, for example, like people like, I don't know, like Serena Williams or Eve, for example. They get a lot of champion from black women, even though they date outside the race and have married to white men, which is fine. But for example, when a black person does it, you see the difference in it. So I think a lot of the times it just...
And Serena don't hate herself.
Yeah, Serena divorced that guy anyway, so...
Yeah, but she don't hate herself, though.
Yeah, she don't hate herself.
Can I say, yeah, based on Serena and based on a number of us that go for white women or Asian, however you want to look at it, brown, yellow, whatever, that's also based on our cultural kind of identification here. Most of us are born in the UK. So again, what we culturally deem as African or whatever, we have a British culture. We're socially developed completely different.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yo, these two right here, and brother with the cornrows, even though he didn't say much, he's very quiet, but he's not disturbing anybody. It should have just been 3 of them on the panel. Get rid of Ginger, throw him in the bin, trash. And King Riches, take him with you.
and for a white man in America is not an uncommon thing. You gotta let that go because America is it's a whole culture. If you take African American, you say, oh yeah, well she's American, but she's also from Senegal. Fine, she's from Senegal. I'm not disputing that, but she's also from America. America has its own culture.
Gabs, do you think
UK has its own culture too.
So do you
we
think
can't change
people
that.
should like stick to what they can relate to rather than
No,
race?
I think we have been taught and we've been socially developed in a way which suggests to us that we are all British, all here. So however you want to look at it, you are Nigerian, I'm Nigerian, but we are British.
Do you have a preference?
Do I have a preference?
Yeah.
I'm going to
And
say
if you
black
do,
woman
let
is
me
my
know.
preference. But again, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm only going for a black woman.
Have you ever dated a white woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how?
And an Asian woman. Oh, so what the...
Oh goodness. Oh my God. This guy is so damn annoying. Oh, King Rich is getting under my skin.
Backlash. Hold on, why did he get backlash? Why is it when that video came, everyone's looking at me? He does it as well. What do you mean?
No, he gave you the
And
black
he
card.
did. You're a little hypocrite as well.
He drew you out, not us.
He
drew you out from the beginning, not
Andrew
us.
as well. You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy has no bounds in this place.
Have any of you dated a white man?
I have.
Do you date them?
Oh, how was it? How was it?
It was great. I enjoyed it.
Are you gonna let her talk?
Also, China, do you have a preference?
Black woman, my preference.
Black women are your preference.
right.
Have you ever dated a white woman?
Not like...
Or Asian?
Asian woman.
Or
and-
Hispanic?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And do you
So
feel
here's
like,
the thing.
even though you've dated
hold
them,
on,
do you feel like you still want a black
Wait,
woman?
hold on. So one of the reasons I was quiet on this is because I don't like this.
Yeah, it's a division.
No, I'll be honest with you
It's
because
horrible.
no, I don't like this question
Yeah.
because what this question does is it wants me to
divide.
pick and choose between black women. I don't want to do it. So because what it is
We're gonna write a letter to Central.
Well, you can have a bad experience, yeah, and then you could date outside of your race, yeah. Then if I say that, then I'm dissing black women. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But it's if.
Oh, you're worried about getting cancelled.
But I'm never worried about getting cancelled, bro.
It's not that. He has respect. That's all. He understands the optics and he understands that what he says, he's taking his responsibility as a black man to be like, hey, even though I had a bad experience, it's not all black women. So I'm not going to put that out in the ether and for people to pick apart. I'm going to be a respectable and responsible individual as a human and realize that you don't have to say everything. That's it. That's all. He's basically saying, hey, I'm not going to put all black women and paint them under the same umbrella because I'm sure I have good black women in my life and I've had some toxic ones. However, what I will do is I will say that I appreciate black women and yes, I don't mind dating outside of my race, but I don't have to say, I can say that and not degrade and denigrate black women. There's a difference. Kudos to these brothers here. They understand the assignment. These are the type of black men. You see how they're treating the women. Even the one was when Ginger Man was yapping at the mouth and he said, would you talk to your Indian girl like that? He checked them. These are the type of black men, if you into black love, these are the type of black men you should chase. Not Ginger and King Riches. Goodness. That's why I said it's character. All black men, except for one. One is biracial. Majority black men on the panel, yet they all have different characters. If you're just chasing black love, then you're going to end up with a gingerbread man. That's what you're going to end up with. Mr. Redhead.
Yeah, I'm definitely not worried. But I am worried about doing something that I don't do. I don't do this. So I'm just sitting and listening. I'm trying to put both sides. But I won't actually say the difference between the black woman and the white. I'm not going to do that because...
But can I ask this? What is it that, because you've dated outside of your race, but you still want a black woman, what is it that has kept you with your preference for black women even though you've dated?
Girl, he's just dating people for who they are. Stop sticking to skin color. What's not clocking, sis? He's basically telling you that he doesn't mind dating black women, but he also knows that maybe there are other women out there that might have what he needs. He's not limiting himself. That's all that is. But you just stuck on the race. Oh, what about black women? Who cares? Who cares? He obviously is looking for a character. He doesn't spark me as somebody who is self-hating. He doesn't spark me as a colorist. He's giving me the vibes that he's giving everybody an equal opportunity. And if he finds somebody that aligns or who aligns with him who happens to be black, that'll be awesome for him. It's amazing. And if it's not a black person, that's awesome for him too. He just wants to be with somebody. That's it. That's all. But you so focused on the race. And this is why our community is in shambles right now, y'all. Especially in North America and in Western countries.
That's how
Well, actually, I lied. Everywhere.
I just want to understand that.
Listen, my preference is gonna be. It's gonna be my preference, right? Yeah.
But I think why? I just need to hear reasons, attributes. Because the conversation becomes elusive.
Okay, my preference.
Yeah, why China?
The conversation becomes elusive. If we're not hearing examples,
It doesn't matter, sis.
Women have, we're not actually walking.
It doesn't matter. He could tell you whatever examples he wants to give you. It's not gonna make a difference. That's just how he operates. Every man will be different, but again, she's just sticking to, oh, that's how all black men. So if he says that, oh, all black men think that way, so I'm just going, no. He's just one black man of many.
Wait, learning.
Why?
Learning of what? Of how to be more how to be more palatable to a black man or more appealing to a black man. Sis, you done lost the plot. She just want to get married. What is going on here? What are y'all drinking in the UK? I need to know. What is in the water?
Hey, we're gonna like it. We're gonna like it.
That's why I'm glad you asked you what your wife brings you, because then we can hear it.
Listen,
She holds you down.
Alright, cool. My
it.
preference is natural women, innit? Yeah, that's my
Feminine.
preference, innit? Yeah, feminine, natural women, and that goes across, innit? Yeah. So, unfortunately, if there was a woman who, and I like a woman to have it look a certain aesthetic and have to look a certain way, but I like it to be natural, okay? So
well, he's saying no BBL. That's all he talking about. He don't want he doesn't want somebody who has enhancements. That's practically what he's trying to say in a nice way.
Yeah, just the way I like it to look. Yeah.
What weaver? You talking about weavers?
I was gonna say a lot of black women wear weave, for example.
Let's try to get the details.
Hold up, you might get a red flag, sir.
That will be my preference, innit? But ultimately, if I find a woman that's attractive, yeah, and she's natural versus a black woman who is attractive and isn't natural, chances are I'm gonna go with the natural person from that, and that's just how it is.
So is weaves enhanced when you wear wigs and stuff?
That's enhancement. If it's a good night, but if it's a good
BBLs and stuff like that, it's enhanced.
But it's not for. But remember, this is a personal thing. This is not about race. This is what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah, it's just no.
Hold up, he might catch a red flag here. Hold up, what he talking about enhancements? I need him to explain more. Is he talking about he prefers a black woman with natural hair? Or what black? You see, now he might catch a red flag, y'all. You see, he was doing good up until this point. Hold up, brother, what we talking about here?
For my bro, I hear what you're saying, but you know, sometimes there's some girls you've looked at and called beautiful and they ain't completely natural, man. Nah, I'm okay with it. I just hope you're okay with it.
There's issues over there when you date outside of your race too. There's issues. Two black people not the
same. See, now this is where it gets convoluted. This is where the conversation is getting good. Let me tell y'all something. So is he talking about, you see, when he says black, is he talking about the biracial girl type of black, or he talking about blackity black? And when he talks about natural hair, is he talking about 4A to C, or is he talking about 3A to 3C? You see, there's a difference, but then she's black. Remember, sis was fighting over the, I'm black. So what black we talking about? So then you won't even clock if he's being colorist or not. He said he prefers black women. What type of black women? And what we talking about? We talking about what type of curls? He said he likes them natural. So that eliminates weaves, wigs, everything. He said he doesn't like enhancements either. Okay, he's very extremely specific. But now I need to know what type of hair we talking about, because he said natural. Natural can be anything. Naturally 1A or naturally 4C. What we talking about here? You see, these are important questions. See, he's not answering. Leprechaun was talking about hair. Most UK non-black women are enhanced though, all cap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said he getting a red flag. You see, he was doing good up until that point. He sounded good, but this is why it's good to listen to people. 4C is never their choice. Exactly. That's why I'm saying that. Because when they say natural hair, we all know what that means. That's that Tia Mowry, Tamara Mowry type of hair. All the biracial women we listed in the chat. And that's why I had a problem with that biracial woman or mixed race woman saying that she's black. Because now she falls in the category. And when he says black, he could get away with it. Because nobody's going to question him about it. But I wish somebody did. Maybe they will. Okay, let's continue, y'all, because I'm trying to wrap this right
The
up.
same, an African person and a Caribbean person not the same. On the face of it, we might look the same, but culturally we're too different. So we could have issues as well. I think when you date outside the race, what I was saying to him earlier on, it's more responsibility on you to teach that person, or they should want to learn the culture because they're going to be raising a black child, regardless of the semantics of mixed race or not. Society and certain people will treat them as that way. So they need to understand the detangling, the food, the culture, these things, because you have gone and given her that, and that was my thing.
So, Ginger J, right? Have you experienced any sort of like culture clash between you and your family or your partner's family? And then how does that translate?
That's a good
into
question.
you raising a child together?
That's a very good question.
No, yes and no. We don't have children. No kids until we're married. No kids until we're married. So yeah, no kids yet. So no, we've had a culture situation in terms of the acceptance kind of thing, but then not too much, if that makes sense, or just the culture's accepting. If that makes sense.
What are you talking about?
Well, that wasn't because I'm black. That's because I went to prison.
Be freaking for real. So you're telling me that they was more upset about you going to prison than you being black? You talking about an Indian woman with the caste or caste system? It's a caste system. You're talking about that, right? Okay. Let's be for real, y'all.
Look
Look at how he's stuttering now. Oh, that was a really good question. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother. You see, sometimes, like I said, it's the character of the man. That man asked the perfect question. I'm happy he did.
So if black was a thing, then it wouldn't be known. It hasn't been known.
Oh, he's stuttering now.
A lot of times it is known that Asian people do have a stigma towards black people.
Yeah, definitely.
And how would that transcend? So
I don't know the conversations that was had over there, but
it sounds like you're an anomaly, which is nice.
My thing was the prison thing, because I didn't go to prison for anything like I was a serious thing. So for anybody to consider me into their family, that has to be considered. And because I understand that could be
They use that as a scapegoat to be like, oh, he went to prison, he's already disqualified. But if you didn't go to prison, sir, you would still have the same issue. And I'm not saying all Indian people are like that, but I'm just saying that it is widely known, just as this brother said, that they do care about who their child marries. And they care about financial matters. They actually consider everything, where your family's from, where you're from, finances. They consider all of that. So you going to prison was just an easier escape mechanism. Be like, oh, well, we don't want to be seen as racist. So yeah, it's because he went to prison. But please, best believe they care about your race. I can guarantee that.
Problem for any culture, because it was a bad thing. So that's the only difference we've had culturally. Because if I was with a black woman, my prison sentence.
Notice how he's stuttering. Oh, when you were arguing with the women, raptor, you and King Richards, and then when this man, that's what he sounds like, y'all. And again, I'm not saying all Indian people are racist. I really hope that didn't translate. But what I'm trying to say is context matters. They're in the UK. There's a lot of hierarchy going on, especially within their culture. They are not as open as other cultures are. They're really not receptive to it, y'all. It is very rare to see biracial Indian people. And usually if they do date outside of their race, it's a person who is white. Just being honest, y'all. So it's really difficult as a black person, especially a man like him. He has nothing to offer her. At least if he was rich, they would consider it. But he ain't got nothing. He broke as hell. And as a black woman, I wouldn't even want my black daughter, if I had a black daughter, to marry him. So why would an Indian man see him as a catch? He's not a catch in their community. And I don't know why he thinks he is, but look, notice how he's stuttering. Stutter. Yeah, you can't. Oh, speak with your chest now. You was so big and bad when you was talking to our sisters there, but when you talking to me, weak ass.